We got some breaking Vikings rumors coming in from Dianna Russini. My name is Patrick Siepman, and welcome in the Vikings Now by Chat Sports. And I can't believe we are talking about Aaron Rodgers on day 3 of NFL free agency. And it started because of this tweet from Dianna Russini, as she says, Vikings decision makers are still evaluating their options at quarterback, including the possibility of signing Aaron Rodgers. The 4-time MVP is intrigued by the idea of playing in Minnesota. For now, it's a waiting game. Sources tell Mike Silver and me. And also, key note here, Mike Silver tweeted this out a couple days ago saying that the Vikings would have interest in signing Aaron Rodgers. I still think it's ludicrous. I got a lot of thoughts on this. Why is Dianna tweeting this out? We'll dive into the whole thing on today's show. But before we do so, a friendly reminder, go down there and hit that subscribe button. We're closing in on 54,000 subscribers here on the channel. So if you guys could help us out, hit that subscribe button. I'll tell you what, I can't wait for Aaron Rodgers to sign with a different team so we can put these ludicrous rumors to bed. So if you guys could hit that subscribe button, lock us in as your go-to Vikings YouTube channel. So let's just dive into this reporting here. I got a lot of thoughts. So Dianna Russini, why would she tweet this out? Now, maybe she heard one nugget from just one person in the Vikings organization. It could have been a lower tier guy where they just, we heard Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell just talking about the idea of Aaron Rodgers heading to the Minnesota Vikings. Now, it could have been a 5-second conversation where the Vikings shut that down immediately, and Dianna just kind of got a little word of that, and then she decided to tweet this out because I'll tell you what, Aaron Rodgers, the rumors about him going to the Minnesota Vikings, you will get clicks. And I still, in my heart of hearts, believe that all this Vikings Aaron Rodgers nonsense is just for clicks and engagement. And I said this the other day, but I want to say it again. If Brett Favre never came to the Minnesota Vikings, would we be getting any information on Rodgers heading to the Minnesota Vikings? Honestly, I don't think we would be. I don't think there would be one insider connecting the Vikings Aaron Rodgers if Brett Favre did not follow. I think it is as simple as that because they see all the jokes on Twitter. They see all the engagement about, we got to fulfill the prophecy. But, this is breaking, we'll call them breaking rumors in my opinion. Dianna tweeting this out. So, listen, let's dive into this a little more. So, Aaron Rodgers, last year, if you guys weren't watching football the last 2 seasons, this is not the same guy that he once was. The touchdown-to-interception ratio looks great. 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. I think he was 7th in the league in passing touchdowns this past season. But again, he is not the same guy. And I want to pound the table on that. Because also, back in the 2022 season, Rodgers was pretty bad. He had a 41.3 QBR. And even this past year, his QBR was 48.2. It is not the same guy that it once was back when he was obviously killing the Minnesota Vikings back in that 2021 season where he threw for 37 touchdowns and 4 interceptions and won an MVP award. That's not the same Aaron Rodgers. Listen, more thoughts on this. I think, now listen, if we do get the news that the Vikings are signing Aaron Rodgers, I would have full faith and full trust in Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi Adofo-Mensah that that's the right decision. So I am pounding the table right now saying, Vikings, please do not go out there and sign Rodgers. Let's start this J.J. McCarthy era. But if truly the decision makers in this Vikings front office believe that Aaron Rodgers gives them the best chance to win football games and win a Super Bowl next season, I'm doing it. I would be on board with that scenario because I can have all the thoughts and opinions I want. You guys can have all the thoughts and opinions you want. I would trust the eyes and brains of this Vikings brass, Kevin O'Connell, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, over my own and over your guys. There's a lot more to talk about, but I'll just get your guys' thoughts on this early. Do you want to sign Juicy A-Rod to wear the purple and gold next season? Give me a Y for yes. Give me an N for no. You guys let me know your thoughts. If you would want Aaron Rodgers on the Minnesota Vikings, I got a definite answer for you guys. It is absolutely no. I do not want Rodgers on this football team. Now, listen, if you if you believe maybe for just next season that Rodgers gives us a better chance to win than J.J. McCarthy, you can think that. I disagree. I actually think J.J. McCarthy next year gives this football team a better chance. You may be saying you're ludicrous. Rodgers is a 4-time MVP. You know, he's won a Super Bowl before. He's been there and done that. And this guy, J.J. McCarthy, has never thrown a real pass in a real NFL game. I hear you. But I still think McCarthy, I have so much faith in him as a prospect. First off, coming out of Michigan, he was a 5-star recruit. He's lost 4 games since his freshman year of high school. He's got every intangible you would want. He's got every tangible you would want at the quarterback position. A class act, a great guy, truly one of the best quarterback prospects I think we have seen over the last couple of years. I think he is that special. I think he's right up on the level of Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. I think this kid is that good. Now, what if the torn meniscus is a little more extreme than we thought? But also, we got reports saying that J.J. McCarthy, his torn meniscus is all right. So that's why it doesn't make sense. Like, if J.J. is fully healthy, you can't tell me that the Vikings are really considering bringing in Aaron Rodgers. And I'll shut down this real quick. You could just go the Jordan Love route. Jordan Love was taken in the 20s. J.J. McCarthy was a top 10 pick. You don't take a guy in the top 10 to sit him for the first 2 years of his NFL career. Now, maybe the Vikings view this next season as like, yeah, we're going all in on a Super Bowl next year, which I will say, little tinfoil hat theory here, all the contracts for the Vikings, they're backloaded, and clearly they view 2025 as their Super Bowl year, and maybe that includes Aaron Rodgers at the quarterback position. I find it hard to believe, but the fact that we are getting this tweet from Dianna Russini, I was at a 0% chance that Rodgers signs with the Vikings. And I'm probably at a 0.5% as the possibility of Rodgers going with Minnesota. Now, she also mentioned the 4-time MVP is intrigued by the idea of playing in Minnesota. Yeah, I bet you he is intrigued by the idea of playing with the Minnesota Vikings. Because out of the Giants and the Steelers, out of those 3 teams, you would be out of your damn mind to want to play for the Steelers or the Giants over the Minnesota Vikings. If you ask Rodgers, what team do you want to play with? What team gives you the best chance to win a Super Bowl? It is no doubt the Minnesota Vikings. Oh my God, the Vikings, this is also breaking news here. More breaking Vikings rumors as you guys are watching this. The Vikings odds on Polymarket, which is a very trusted betting website, the Vikings odds are skyrocketing, and the Steelers odds are tanking right now. As it stands, the Vikings having a 17.4% chance to land Aaron Rodgers, according to Polymarket. The Steelers are still the odds-on favorite at 73.3%, but the market is shifting in the direction of Aaron Rodgers ending up with the Minnesota Vikings. What an offseason. What an absolute offseason this would be if the cherry on top would be Aaron Rodgers heading to the Minnesota Vikings. Also, you may be saying, what the hell is Polymarket? So right before the MVP award got announced, everybody thought it was Lamar Jackson. All the odds were showing it was going to be Lamar. But an hour before the MVP award got handed out, Polymarket's odds completely shift in favor of Josh Allen. So they are very tapped into this, and now they're suggesting that the Vikings have a 17.4% chance to land Aaron Rodgers. I mean, this is an offseason of a lifetime for the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, this is crazy. I would consider this breaking Vikings rumors here. I'm still saying absolutely not in terms of bringing in Rodgers. I mean, for clicks, for the eyeballs on this channel, and just the eyeballs on the Vikings, it would be awesome. But I'll tell you what, the first cryptic Aaron Rodgers press conference would have me wanting to throw up. Now, would Aaron Rodgers come here and be a very motivated Aaron Rodgers? I think so, absolutely. Because this is a 4-time MVP, and we can just kind of roll through some of his stats from this past season. This is a 4-time MVP who is just cut from the New York Jets. If he still has an inch of competitive spirit in him, I would assume the Vikings, hypothetically, would be getting a very motivated and pissed off Aaron Rodgers to try to stick it to the rest of the league. And honestly, Rodgers would probably love to stick it to Vikings fans because he can probably see all the noise, all of us saying, oh, we don't want Rodgers. We want to roll with a rookie, J.J. McCarthy. I bet you Rodgers is hearing all that nonsense and just smiling to himself, saying, oh, yeah, watch what I'm going to go do with Justin Jefferson. Watch what I'm going to go do with Jordan Addison, T.J. Hockenson, that stacked offensive line we now have. And also this, who is Aaron Rodgers, or I'll say who is Rodgers' second best friend in the NFL? Because his best friend is David Bakhtiari. Who's his second? It's Aaron Jones. And Aaron Jones just got re-upped with the Minnesota Vikings. So I'm still putting this as a less than 1% chance this is happening in terms of Rodgers heading to the Minnesota Vikings. Just wild stuff here. Just absolutely wild stuff. I mean, there can be rumors out of nowhere. I thought, honestly, by the time today I was recording this, 3:48 on Wednesday Central Time, I thought Rodgers would have been signed by Pittsburgh by now, but apparently it's heating up, guys. So, hey, if you guys made it to the end of today's show, hit me with a skull down below in the comments section. Can't believe this. It's so funny. We're live right now, and 30 minutes ago I go, there is no chance I'm doing an Aaron Rodgers video. Here I am, doing a video on the man, Aaron Rodgers. I truly, truly can't believe it. I would be against it, but again, I would trust in the Vikings brass, where if they believe this is the right decision, I'd be on board right away. Right away. But if you guys want to hit me up on Twitter, @PatSieps is the Twitter handle. I got a whole lot more to say. We are live right now, so if you guys are watching this video, just click the live icon, hop in the chat, give me your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers. But also hit me up on Twitter, @PatSieps, the Twitter handle. We'll see you guys next time. As always, Skol Vikes.